I am super excited to be showing off some Colors de Carols items tonight. Oh, here's Waffles. He used to come in anytime I did my intro, my little hey y'all. He would come running down the hall, so I don't know if we're back to that or what, but he's decided to hang out with us tonight. So yes, we are going to show off some Colors de Carols stuff tonight. Hi, Mighty Forge. I'm going to go ahead and really quickly send this to the broadcasting group, as well as a few people that Instagram won't let me add to the broadcasting group, which is so annoying. And then we will get into this. If you want to be part of the broadcasting group, just let me know. I'll add you in there. It is literally just a room where I let everyone know that I am going to be doing a live that day, since Instagram doesn't always notify y'all that I am live, or share my stories and you may not see it or whatever. That's just an easier way to know when I'm going to be doing one of these. Hi, Naya. Welcome, welcome. Yes, I am very, very excited. So this was sent to me by Carolina of Colors de Carol to show off to y'all. I actually have a few packages from her. Y'all, she has a lineup for the holiday season. We have this package. I have two other packages for I think there's one more for the month of November and then one for December already. So she has so much stuff coming out. I have seen a little bit of a snippet because just a few things were like individuals as I tried to organize them per boxes for the lives. Naya says, yes, please add me to the group. Ooh, let me write that down because I won't remember. As it is, I told someone the other night, by the other night, I mean the last live, which could be, you know, whenever I did a live last. The other day for me could be a year ago. I told someone I would send them a link to the Nailed It magnet, the glass bead spinner, and I don't remember who it was. So if it was you and you are watching the replay, or if you're in here, or if you were part of that live and you know who it was, just let me know, y'all, and I need to send them a link. But the ADD, it's gone. If I don't write things down or text them to somebody or something while I say it, it doesn't last. Okay, so Naya wants in, and Mighty Forge, awesome. All right. This is the worst writing I've ever done. All right. Got it written down, so I will do it when I get off of here. Otherwise, it won't happen, y'all. Hi, Laura. Nice says, I purchased one off of the Etsy store. Yes, that's where I got mine too, from the... Not only did I do that, but I also hit Waffles. Come back, puppy. I hit Waffles with it, and he's not happy with me. I didn't hit him, y'all. He's not dying. I did not beat the crap out of him. It just landed on him in the bed, and he's very mad at me. Let me pick that up and get him. Come here, Bob. I'm sorry. I know. Do you want to say hi? Now you're afraid of it, huh? He's already a chicken, y'all. He's afraid of everything. I found out a couple weeks ago he's afraid of bubbles. Like, seriously? Anyways, do you wanna come say hi? Come here. Okay, come here. All right, let's say hi. Say hi. He does not understand cameras, y'all. Maple will sometimes look at them. He doesn't understand cameras or mirrors or TVs. Like, he just doesn't look at them. Look, say hi. Yeah. Are you just done with my crap already? He's feeling very neglected today. We've been, well, we had to run to the shop for a little bit. And then we've been working in the basement office. And then I'm in here. So he's just a little bit of like, plus we went on our, exercise. I don't use the W word because he knows that one. But yeah, he's just feeling a little neglected today. So, let's see. Laura said, hi, what are we being added to? Oh, sorry, y'all, my nose. I swear, every time I go live, my nose itches. A broadcasting channel. Anyone who wants to be part of my broadcasting channel, which I believe you're already in, Laura, it's just the group where I just post that I'm going to be doing a live when I'm going to be doing a live. Jen, oh, I can see his reflection in the wall. Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's funny. Hi, Carolina. Naya said the broadcasting group. Also, hopefully comments are working for y'all tonight. I know Instagram's been a pain with that. If they are not showing up, you can pop out of the group and come back in, or the room, and that can fix it. Or sometimes if you swipe to the left or right, I don't know which way it is, and go into essentially a different story or a different live and then come back to this one, that can fix it too. So, my son is afraid of bubbles. I mean, I get kids, but dogs, like, they're bubbles. Actually, Waffles and Maple are both afraid of them. I had a bubble gun for one of my Halloween events, and yeah, ran away from him, terrified of them. Now I can't even touch the little bubble gun without him freaking out. So, hi, Nail Kimmy67, welcome in. Laura says they're working. Chats or comments are working. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, awesome. All right, back to this stuff before I got off track and threw things at my dog. So we do have a Colors to Carol package tonight. We will have a few more lives from her over the next few weeks. I'm very, very excited to show stuff to y'all. As I said, I have... Every time Kevin will get them. Hi, Sandy. I have seen a little bit because of just how they were organized and how I had to organize them for lives. But y'all know I haven't played with anything. I haven't tested anything. We're going to do that together. But before I get into this package, I do want to show these off because I'm so excited. Carolina sent me one of her shirts. Sorry, I'm sure that was really crinkly in the AirPod there. Oh, and also, I forgot these were in here. How cute is this? She sent me these. These were not PR. Hi, CLX Nails. These were just gifted to me. So there's this cute little zipper pouch. I think that these are probably still available on the site too. If not, she usually has something similar because y'all, these are so cute. It says I only run out of top coat. I only run and then out of top coat with a little polish. Is that not super cute? It's like a canvas material bag. And then there is a keychain as well. Let me get that out of plastic. Hold on. We don't need plastic here. I love that it's green. Hi, Frida. It says, I'd rather be, and then the other side says painting my nails. And then it's got the Colors to Carol handle on the brush here. Isn't that super cute? I love that it's a keychain and a clippy, so you could do either or with that. And then she also sent me a shirt that says, I'd rather be painting my nails. Again, it's got the handle just like the thing. Is that not so cute? I'm so excited. It's a little bit big, but I think I can like tie it up and we'll be all good with it. It's super cute, super fun. Love this. Thank you so much, Carolina, for those. But I wanted to show that off to y'all. Like I said, I think those are available on the site. You know what? Let's check. Let's find out. Hopefully it doesn't connect to the other phone here, but we'll find out. Website. And I'm not even sure how to search that. Do we have a product button? Merchandise. Haha. Okay, so there are some super cute canvas bags and little zipper bags like that one and some different keychains. Ooh, and there's tumblers, y'all. These tumblers are really cool. These are really cool colors of these tumblers. They have like the Colors to Carol, I don't know if y'all ever see that, logo on them, everything. And they look like they're matte and the straw matches. These are super cute. Y'all, if you haven't been to the merchandise section of Colors to Carol's page, you should go. Look at these totes. These are super cute. Okay, everyone go check those out after the live. Let's see. Sandy says, I need that shirt. Jen says, maybe it'll shrink in the wash. Ooh, that's a good point because I bet it's cotton. Carolina says, I can make them by request. Cool. So if y'all want the, God, my brain, I'd rather be painting my nails, shirt, she can make them by request. Frida, that looks like you could fit two of you. I love Halloween shirts I got from her. Yes, her stuff is so amazing. It is, like I said, it is a little bit big, but I tend to do like a French tuck anyways. And as Jen said, maybe it'll shrink in the wash a little bit. I do always wash everything on cold because I'm terrified of things shrinking, but maybe we'll wash that on hot and we'll see. Regardless, it's going to get worn. So it's super, super cute. Yes. Okay. That stuff I want to show you. Like I said, that stuff was just gifted to me. But she does have some really cute stuff. So definitely check out the merchandise section of her website, after the live, of course. And then now let's get into the, package here, which I know is what y'all really want to see. I have my info sheet that I printed off yesterday, day before. Whatever the package came, I made sure to print this off so I had it, and knew what I was doing. The only thing I don't have info on, which actually I'm going to peel out. I'm going to pull it out first because it is not wrapped. There is a new gluey peel off base coat. And I think the information I think got posted. So let me, sorry y'all. I'm not as prepared as I should be. That's my fault. Okay, maybe not. No, okay. I do. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is, guys. I just can't read. Let's screenshot that so I don't lose it. All right, so that comes out November 14th. Everything I'm going to show to y'all tonight is November 14th. This is not on my little screenshotty post-it note because I forgot about it. This is going to be $9. It says, say goodbye to tedious polish removals. This water-based base coat creates a flexible, I'm sorry, that's gluey. I have peel and go somewhere else. I'm very confused. I think I put the wrong things in it. Y'all, my brain. All right, we have gluey, which is a latex peel-off base coat, and then we have a peel and go somewhere. I put the wrong thing in this package. There is a water-based peel-off base coat, which is peel and go. This one is gluey, which is a latex one, but the peel and go will be available. It's a water-based base coat, creates a flexible protective layer that peels away easily. No acetone, no tools, no damage. Why you love it. It applies like a regular base coat, removes in seconds. Gentle formula keeps nails healthy and strong. Works perfectly under polished glitter or nail art. It's vegan and cruelty free. Effortless polish changes every time. And then she has a how to use. Wait, peel off base coat. Yes, there's a peel off coat, and y'all, like I said, I think you know what? I think I set this in my bag so that I would have it, and I'm pretty sure, is that in this one? We're just gonna wrap this. We're gonna find it, and then we'll talk about it. Yeah, see, that's what I did. That's what I did. Okay. I knew I did something here. All right, so Colors to Carol already has gluey, which is a latex-based peel-off base coat, which personally, as a swatcher, this is my personal preference, just because I need to pop it off instantly. Like I need to put on my polish, take it off, and do that like 7 times a day. So this is what I use when I swatch. However, the Colors to Carol is releasing Peel and Go, which is a water-based peel-off base coat. So you put this on under your polish, which she does have some instructions here. So it says how to use. Start with clean, oil-free nails for best adhesion. You can use a dry and prep from any brand, or you can just use some isopropyl alcohol to get all the oils off of your nails. Apply 1 thin coat of Peel and Go on dry nails, avoiding skin and cuticles. For longer wear, stop slightly before the nail edges. That's a really good tip. Let it dry fully before applying your polish. Seal with top coat, wrapping tips for extra hold. When you're ready to remove, gently lift the cuticle with a wooden stick and peel off. For best results, wait at least 24 hours before peeling. So super easy. It's just like if you've used a peel-off base coat from anyone else. It's kind of the same things. I know some people like to do 2 coats of a water-based peel-off. I usually just do 1 when I use it. As I said, I usually use a latex one because I need my stuff to pop off quickly. But the water-based stuff, hi Crystal, the water-based usually lasts longer. Your mani will last but still be peelable, if that makes sense. Again, this is coming out November 14th with everything else I'm going to show you tonight. And it is $9, which if I remember when we flip around, so y'all don't have to stare at my head, I will add that to our paper. Hi, Melissa, welcome in. And I think, I screenshotted that. Okay, cool. Just that way I have that information too. And let's see. Didn't miss anything else, right? Jen, I have not tried a latex peel base. That is, like I said, that's what I use. I use Ribbit Stick-Its peel off. Hers is Glass Frog. That is my go-to peel off base coat. And I use it every single day. That's what's underneath what I have on now. Technically, I did these yesterday, so they're still holding up, except for I was cleaning consoles today, so those popped off. But I like the latex for a quick change. That is a put it on, take it off, in my opinion, but the water base is good for a longer wear. I have done this when I have vacations or trips, or when I don't have back-to-back swatch days, which is rare, but the water base is nice for a longer hold, but still have appealability. Colors, you can show sneak peek of the others. So I'm definitely going to be doing lives of the other stuff, but I know we have quite a bit to get through tonight of what's coming out, but I'm excited to show all this stuff too. Jen says, water base takes forever before you can easily remove it. Yes, she does recommend waiting 24 hours before you try to remove it, which again is why I use a latex, because I'm like, put it on, take photos, pop it off, do it again. So Crystal said, hi, everyone. Let's see. CLX says, Jen, I personally prefer that. Latex peels way too fast. Sometimes I want to color for a day too. Agreed. Yes, latex You can make latex last if you don't cap your edges and you leave a gap around your cuticles and your finger. It can last a little bit longer, but yes, latex will peel faster. Frida says, is it clear? I used that one. I used one that I liked. It was color that skewed some of my nail polish. The water-based one is definitely clear. This will be my first time playing with gluey, but if it's like my normal peel off that I usually use, it should dry perfectly clear. That would be my bet. Again, we can play with things while we're on here. Melissa says, hi Becky, welcome. Jen, totally get it. As a swatcher, I need to quickly. Yes, that's why I like both types of peel off, but I prefer a peel off because I change my nails so often. And I really just don't want to use the acetone on them if I can prevent it. So, Foxy said gifted, and then that was hi. I love when phones decide to do their own thing. Swatches, I use gluey. Yeah, I'm very excited to test out gluey. Just because I can always use multiple brands with peel off base coat. I also really like to use brands items together. So now I can use gluey, or the peel and go as my base for Colors to Carol's, polishes, and then follow it up with her, Speedy Glass top coat, so that everything goes together. Hi, Slopes. Let's see. It's so annoying. I can't see what happens till it sends. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, that is annoying, Crystal. Okay. All right, y'all. We're getting in here. I'm so excited to get in here now. Okay. So yes, we have Peel and Go. Gluey is already available on the site if you want to try the latex one. Peel and Go will be available November 14th. And I already forgot the price, but this is why I screenshot it. It was $9, right? This is why we screenshotted stuff. Yes, for $9. Again, I'm gonna add that to the thingy. I actually use regular base coat at the moment for swatching. I mean, I ain't got time for regular base coat. It don't come off quick enough for me. Okay, here we go. We're getting into this. Also, randomly, always appreciate bubblers from brands we reuse them in our business stuff when we pack stuff, and today we ran out. So all right, first up we have Kind of Cozy. This is from the Soft Focus collection. There are 4 polishes in this collection. It is a really pretty brown. It's coming off way more cool toned. Let me change this light. Okay, that's better. That's closer to what it is, but it's a little bit warm. It kind of makes me think of hot cocoa, honestly, like the color of it. It does need, I'm going to give it a little vortex mixer because it looks like it might have separated a little bit in shipping, but it's a very pretty brown cream. And next up, if I can get this open. Hi, Nails with the Brit. Welcome. Oh, well, thank you for following me. I guess I missed you popping in, so welcome in. Thanks for the follow. This is Comfort Bone, and it is another brown cream, but they are different. Ooh, that color is better accurate. Jen says creams are the best. Yes, Colors to Carol's creams are amazing. And then we have a box of things here, which I went through and labeled my stuff so I knew what was releasing when, and I could stay organized and on top of things. Fingers crossed, especially with the holidays coming up. I'm pulling things out of the box. There's not much of a mystery because they're in the box. So I'm gonna look at y'all and I'm just gonna pull things out. This is Brown Noise, again from the Soft Focus creams. I will put all 4 of these next to each other so y'all can see the different shades because we are different. It's a case of similar but different. When we flip the camera around, I will put them all next to each other, I promise. And then this one, I believe, yes, goes also with the soft creams. This is Beware of the Bear, B-A-R-E, like your bare nails. And it is a beautiful flaky, I believe this is a topper. It is a flaky bomb. There are so many flakies jam-packed in here. Can we get it to focus on any of them? Probably not. Oh, y'all, this is so sparkly. I'm very excited to see this out of the bottle because it's a clear base with all those flakies. I'm sure this is meant to go with the brown creams and, be a good topper for it. But I can see this over so many polishes. Stunning. Frida, oops, that's me, Frida. I set up a new account so I could see what my other Instagram looks like, and I signed into the wrong one. Been there. You're totally fine. I can't even tell you how many times I'd be on, like, the dogs' Instagram and then accidentally comment and stuff. You're fine, Frida. But thanks again for the follow. I'll take an extra follow. Next we have Brisk, and this is from the Fall Blushers collection. It's another 4-piece cream collection. And y'all, this is like almost the exact color of my hair right now. I actually had Chucks on today that were this color. This is such a pretty like magenta cream. And again, as me and Jen already mentioned, Colors to Carol creams, top notch. Most of them are one coaters, not a problem, unless you get something like a pale yellow, because like that, you're just not going to get a one coat with pale yellow. You can't do it. But like they're so pretty and so smooth. So very excited to add more creams to my collection. As you can see, my invisible wall. I have very little creams because I didn't used to go for creams, but they're just such a good base for nail art and for reverse stamping. And if you just want to throw on a color, this is super pretty, y'all. This is Harvest, and it is a gorgeous, gorgeous green. Again, all 4 of the Fall Blushers are creams. Oh, this is such a pretty green. Very, very much a fall color. And again, we're going to show these all 4 the collection next to each other because look at how well those go together. So pretty. Next we have Spiced, which is an orange, but it's kind of almost a washed out orange. It's not like pumpkin-y orange. I feel like that's what it's looking like on camera, but it's kind of like almost sun bleached, if you will, like a tangerine-y. Jen says, oh my, that green. Yes, that green is gorgeous. And then last but not least, oh look, we said yellow, didn't we? We have Golden, which is a beautiful yellow cream. Very excited to see how this builds up. They were not creams. Oh, y'all, I am so mistaken. And I read that yesterday. I read the info form when I printed it, y'all. They are semi-sheer jellies. So ignore me on the fact that they're creams because they're not creams. The Soft Focus collection, the 3 browns, those are creams. These are semi-sheer jellies. Thank you, Carolina. Hi, Annie Marie. Welcome in. So yes, all 4 of our blushers here. So the magenta, the green, the orange, and the yellow are going to be semi-sheer jellies. So ignore me. Sorry. Y'all, I swear my nose. I don't know why. Every time we're live. Every time. Okay, so that is everything unboxed. And I am going to flip y'all around. I'm going to add the peel off base coat info to our info sheet, and then we will go, we'll get into swatching because that's what we're here for, right? Also, I will turn on my filter because I'm really bad about that. I actually did 2 whole swatches yesterday before I realized I didn't turn on my filter. And we ain't trying to breathe in more than we have to. So that's on. I'm going to flip y'all around. I swear my nose. Oh, it's like right on the tip too. It's driving me nuts. Driving me nuts. Okay, I'm gonna flip y'all around. Maybe. Instagram. There we go. Alright. Scoot you down. I'm not gonna scoot you all the way yet because I need to write that peel off on here. It's just gonna get its own little spot, y'all. And it is $9. Okay. Added that to our info sheet. Now I'm going to scoot you down all the way. Jen says, oh, so the finished product is going to look super juicy. Yes, I bet those jellies are going to be super juicy. All right, here is your info sheet for anyone who wants to screenshot it. As I said, everything I'm showing you here comes out November 14th, and I cannot remember the release time. I want to say 9 a.m. Eastern. That could be wrong though. I'm sure Carolina will correct me. I had it written down somewhere when her typical launch is, and I have either misplaced that or just forgotten it, or I don't know, y'all. But we have our Soft Focus collection, which is 4 cream polishes. They're going to be $12 each or $45 for the set. Then you have the Fall Blushers, which are the semi-sheer jellies. Again, there are 4 of those. They're $10.50 each or $40 for the set. Everything's coming on Colors to Carol's website. Of course, we talked about that Peel and Go. That is our peel off base coat. It's going to be $9. And then if y'all remember to use the code Chelsea, if I stop touching it, there won't be a glare. That gets you 10% off on the site. Of course, as with any code, there's usually something that might be not available for that code, but that code exists. Ooh, yes, it is 9 a.m. Eastern. So let me add that, and I'm just going to write that right here. All right, cool. I did have it right. Yes. Sometimes my brain works. All right, so there is that info sheet. Anybody wants to screenshot the info sheet, and then we're going to get into these swatches. Excuse me. We are on a fresh swatch wheel tonight. First things first, let's take a look at these soft focus collection here, because I want you to see. All right, I'm going to put this next to it so you can definitely see we are similar but different. Okay, is everybody going to stay in screen? Awesome. So you have all 3 shades here. This one is Comfort Bone, Kind of Cozy, and then Brown Noise. And then, of course, that beautiful, beautiful flaky topper. But again, this way, in the bottle, you can see they are very much different. Of course, we'll see that on the swatch wheel. But that's your full collection. Excuse me, y'all. All right, let's grab our swatch wheel and get into them. As usual, I'm just going to go down this sheet so my ADD can follow it. Hi, Susie. Welcome, welcome. Did you change your profile picture, Susie? It looks a little different. It was like, was it purple before? And now it's a green Manny. It's really pretty. Okay, Kind of Cozy is the first one we're doing. Here we go. So we've got Kind of Cozy. Again, this collection is $12 each, or $45 for all 4. Kind of Cozy is a taupe mocha brown cream. Again, it has kind of separated a little bit in shipping. I'm sure that won't be a problem when we pull it out of the bottle, but you can also grab your magnet and mix it up like a mixing ball. You can do all your shakens, or I have a vortex mixer that I could throw it on over here, but I think it's going to be just fine, so I'm not going to stress about it. Let's go in here with our first coat. And as we discussed, Colors to Carol's creams are phenomenal. Look at how well that went on. Okay, we do have a little bit of streaky from pigment, so I do think I'll throw these on the vortex just to give them a little bit of a shake. But look at the opacity on that. I've got a pretty dark polish on tonight. No questions on a 1-coater for that one. And it just smoothed itself so beautifully. That was our first coat of Kind of Cozy, which that won't affect the formula or application. Yeah, no, the separation did it. It did get a teeny tiny bit streaky. Again, you could just shake it or roll it. I'm just going to throw it on the vortex over here because I do have one, and we'll just give it a little bit of a mixy mix. And it kind of brought it back together. I will do that for the others as well. Just a quick one. I'm not worried about it. But that way we just have the best application. So next we have our Comfort Bone. So again, I am just going to throw it on the vortex over here. I never know how long you should actually do this for. I've rarely used this thing, if I'm being honest. I prefer the magnet shake method. All right, we mixed it up a little bit here. So this one is a caramel brown cream. And we're going to throw it on there. First coat. Ooh, this is really pretty. Very, very caramely. I currently have a hot cocoa candle in my office. It's not lit right now. Well, I have a candle warmer, but that's not on. But I can faintly smell it, and it makes me think these polishes are scented. Y'all, they're not. Don't sniff your polishes. But because of the colors, it is giving me hot cocoa vibes, and it just makes me warm and cozy. And that color is caramel to the max. It's so creamy. Also, can we note how glossy these dry? Look at that with no top coat, y'all. So shiny. So that was our first coat of Comfort Zone. Y'all, it's so pretty. I will admit that I wouldn't have typically reached for this polish. But it is super pretty. Like, I am digging that color, and I can already see like gingerbread house manis and just holiday stuff on top of that. Super cute. Again, opacity level, I'm cool with 1 coat. 2 coats, obviously, we're going to just get that richer, deeper, smooth texture to it. Plus, it's just better for longevity, but you could throw it on and get out the door in 1 if you wanted. That was our first coat of Comfort Bone. I always want to do that. I always want to read the collection. Comfort Bone from the Soft Focus collection. And then we have Brown Noise next. This one is, my brain reading, is a Cedar Brown Cream. Again, just a little bit of extra pigment from settling and shipping. Won't affect putting it on. Here we go. Comfort Zone. Why did I read that as Comfort Bone? Okay, I see why. Yeah. You do your Z's the way I do my Z's, but because of the font and the fact that I probably need glasses, I totally thought that was a B. I'm sorry, y'all. If I read the paper correctly, it's called Comfort Zone. It is on the paper right. I'm not wrong. Comfort Zone. Y'all, I'm a mess. I'm sorry, Carolina. I'm a mess. All right. This one is still definitely Brown Noise, which is a Cedar Brown Cream. Y'all, I'm such a mess. Here we go. There is our first coat of Brown Noise. Laura, I was wondering what the inspo was for that name. You know what? When I said it even, I was like, that doesn't sound right. But, you know, a lot of brands make punny names, and I went with it. Y'all. Hi, Carrie. Welcome. Jen says, "Oh, I could use a comfort bone." You know what? My dog has a comfort bone, so I don't question it. Hi, Letitia. Welcome in. I think we did this last time. Letitia, right? Not Letitia. Letitia. Y'all, we're going back down the mess tonight. Okay, back to our beautiful Brown Noise. This is very much like, we've got like dark chocolate, we've got milk chocolate, and then we've got the caramel in between. And this just makes me want chocolate right now. Again, beautiful cream. That formula is just stunning. It goes on so smooth and it self-levels. And I gotta mention again, look how shiny they are. No top coat, don't have any questions in opacity. Obviously, we're opaque. Beautiful, rich, creamy browns here. I do not have very many browns in my collection at all, which I do struggle to reach for when I need them. So I am very excited to add these. Again, that was your first coat of Brown Noise. And then the last part of this gorgeous collection, I'm going to make sure we read this name correctly. Beware of the Bear, but bear like B-A-R-E, like bare nails. And it is a beautiful topper. Y'all, there's a big flaky right here. Do you see that? I want it so bad. This is a clear base packed with UCC flakies that shift between green, copper, pink, red, gold, and magenta. It is very fiery and sparkly. I cannot wait to show this one. I'm going to do it on its own, and then once we have our second coat dry, I will also show this on top of the brown creams as well. Crystal says that's pretty. It's gorgeous. So we're going to show this in 2 coats on its own, and then I do want to also show it on top of these beautiful creams so you can see how they go with it. Of course, I'm sure you can put this over any color. I bet over black will be spectacular, but I do want to show how it works with the collection. All right, on its own in 1 coat. Ooh, look at those. It's like fall leaves. Oh, okay, I got flaky on my finger. Does that count as alive? Does that count? Look at how sparkly these are. Y'all, did I zoom you in earlier? Okay, I definitely did zoom. I feel like it's not focusing correctly, so... But I think it just can't catch the magic of the... Oh, there's more. Okay, it's definitely alive now. It's definitely alive. It just can't catch the magic of these flakes, y'all. They're so shifty and pretty. gorgeous. Laura says, I think it's an official live based on the chaos tonight. You're right. You're right. And you know what? I had an iced coffee today. I did get decaf. I'm pretty good about that, but I bet that's a little bit of the extra chaos. I also stopped drinking it at like 2:30 because I have to stop drinking it early or things are crazy. Crazier. So, but I think that's where a little bit of my chaos is today. It's the caffeine. Oh, this is so shifting pretty. CLX says we never get enough browns. No, I agree. I mean, to be fair, I don't reach for just brown. I very rarely go, oh, I'm going to wear a brown mini. But I often reach for browns in nail art and in bases for nail art, and I just don't have them. So I'm very excited for these. I love that they are very different. I know we're in that different but similar, vibe, but they very much are different. You have such a cooler tone here, and then you have the warmer mid-tone, and then you've got the super warm caramely tone, and they're just beautiful and rich, and I'm very excited to see this gorgeous flaky topper on top of them. So that one was one coat of Beware of the Bear. And again, we're going to do a second coat of this, and then we're going to put it on top of our browns as well. Colors to Carol says, they look great on all skin tones. Yes, that is another big thing. These are going to look fantastic on everyone. Y'all, I'm white. I'm just straight up white. There's no other way to describe me. I feel like I'm slightly warmer toned, but they all just, I don't know why I feel like I need to do all three nails and not just move my finger. Yeah, like I don't know. I was going to say, I think this one's my favorite, but then I did this one. I was like, they're so pretty, y'all. They're so rich and yummy. And they do make me think of chocolate, and I will definitely be having some chocolate when I get off of here. I bought some chocolate at Aldi yesterday that I'm very excited for. So, all right, next, which again, I want to show these on camera together. Next, we have our fall blushers. I hate like hiding the logo, but I want y'all to see these in their beautiness. So we have the fall blushers, which are $10.50 each or $40 for the collection. Again, these come out November 14th, 9 a.m. Eastern. If y'all remember to use that code Chelsea for 10% off. Laura says, what's Kevin making for dinner tonight? I don't know. Chicken noodle soup is what we're having tonight. I'm excited. Last night we tried to I don't remember what they labeled it as, like super easy because y'all, we do HelloFresh. And it was like appetizers. We had gyozas and buns. Like, I can't think of it, y'all. They're not pot stickers. They were like barbecue buns, y'all, like Korean buns. They were delicious, absolutely delicious. We just had like appetizers. That's what our HelloFresh came with, and it was super good. So yeah, that was delicious. I'm excited for chicken noodle soup tonight, even though it's not as cold as it has been. We were like 75 degrees today, but let's see. Carrie, I just ordered DoorDash, which included chocolate lava cake. That sounds yummy. Laura says, yum for your chicken noodle soup. And then Frida says, ooh, I love those. Yeah, they were absolutely delicious. Last night's stuff was so good. We also went to the movies and ate too much popcorn, so like having just appetizers for dinner was good. We were quite happy with that. Okay, back to these blushers, y'all. We again, okay, we went over pricing. Yeah, we did that. Where am I at? Spiced is what we're starting with these blushers, which they are buildable semi-sheer jellies is our formula here. So Spice is our first one. Again, these are color correctors, so they can also be used as, I believe, as like, a base coat. So if you have staining on your nails or if you have yellow nails and all that stuff. I've never used Colors to Carol's blushers. I have heard about them. I've heard about them in other lives. Oh, Frida says, oh, I love those. I meant about the blushers, not about the buns. Well, the buns were really good too, so I recommend trying them. But yes, I've heard about her blushers. I have never used them though, so this is a new experience for all of us. This one is a tangerine orange semi-sheer jelly finish. Let's put it on our swatch wheel here. This is a very pretty color. Again, it's like pumpkin, but sun bleached. Yes, these are going to be super fun for nail art and pond manis. Also, I think I said tangerine for a description earlier, and then it is described as a tangerine orange. So like, We did it. We got it right. Yeah, these are going to be so juicy, built up. Again, look at that shine on it. Now we are on the white opaque swatch wheel, so that has a little bit an effect of the color. It's probably making it pull just a little bit brighter than what it really is. But it is a juicy, juicy orange. So shiny. Definitely going to show y'all this build up in 2 coats. If you want full opacity from jellies, sometimes you may need a third, especially if you have highly visible nail lines, but we will see its build up. So that was 1 coat of spiced. Now we're going to go into brisk, which is our magenta pink semi-sheer jelly. Very pretty color. I'm a little bit biased. Again, it does match my hair. Here is our first coat of it. Ooh, it reminds me of Purple Mums. Very pretty. I'm going to try, I want my hand under it to make the camera focus, but like I feel like that is having an effect on the opacity as well. These are going to be so juicy. If you like a good squishy mani, these are for you. I'm really digging the vibes of the orange with the magenta there. Super pretty. So that one was brisk. Next we have Harvest, y'all, the green. We know I love green. This is a sage green semi-sheer jelly. Jen says, yes, squishy. Yes, these are going to be super squishy and fun. And I don't know why, but like Skittles just popped in my head. Like a Skittles mani, like having an S in between your layers. I don't know. That's just what popped in my head. Whoop, get out of there. I don't know who you are, but you don't belong here. Ooh, I really like this. Sage, again, perfect description. It's such a soft tone. When I think of jellies, I tend to think of very bright ones, you know, like summer vibes and spring. I don't know why that's what comes to mind. So I like the softer tone of these. Kind of makes me think of like dyeing Easter eggs. They're just a little bit, you know, more subtle. Jen says, I love this shade. Yes, this green is beautiful. And again, if we go back to our tangerine shade here, spiced, which is fairly dry already. Look at how shiny that dries. They're beautiful. So that one was 1 coat of Harvest. And then last but not least in our new fall blushers is Golden, which is a golden yellow semi-sheer jelly. Ooh, look at how beautiful that is. I love it with Harvest. The green and yellow together, they're just happy. They balance each other out so well. Hi, Lindsay. These are stunning. If this is not lemon, y'all, I don't know what is. These are super pretty. Love it. Okay, so that was 1 coat of our Golden. Jen says, what a beautiful gradient that would make. Yes. Ooh, that would be so pretty together for sure. And then Carolina says, this is our 3rd editions of blushers. Yes. Like I said, I have heard of your blushers before. I've heard wonderful things of them. I have never used them, so I'm very excited to play with these. I may even, if my brain remembers, I may do a accent pond nail of these so you can see what they would build up with nail art in between if you want to see them. Carolina says, we already have 8 more on the website. Ooh, yes, definitely make sure you check out the other blushers on the website. If you're into this jelly finish, definitely make sure you check those out on the website. They look like sherbet flavors. Ooh, yes, that is the perfect description. Yes, it definitely looks like just a container of rainbow sherbet, which used to be my favorite. Yeah, you're spot on, Maria. These are super, super pretty. All right, let's circle back to our Soft Focus Cream collection and do the second coats there. So we have our Kind of Cozy, which was the taupe mocha brown. Not that, again, you don't have to do a second coat of these if you didn't want to. I feel like they are perfectly opaque in one, but longevity of manis and all that jazz, it's always a good idea to do two. So we're going to show it built up into... I don't know why I'm fighting with this tip. Hello. There we go. All right. Ooh, and I stuck my hand in something, I think. That's what I do. Ooh, hold on. I got a little bit of streakiness there. That is definitely a me problem. Okay, there we go. There's just a little bit of pigment there that didn't want to go in. We got it. Beautiful. Yeah, they're so creamy and dreamy, y'all. Again, opacity. We didn't have a question on one, but here it is in two, in case you were wondering. It's a beautiful polish. Sorry, bumped y'all. So shiny. So that one was our Kind of Cozy, which is the taupey mocha brown. Here is a screenshot for those who like to screenshot their shopping lists. 2 coats of Kind of Cozy. Next we have Comfort Zone. I will say it correctly. It is a caramel brown cream or caramel brown, whichever one you say. Honestly, I kind of use both. It just depends on what my mouth does at that point. Like my brain doesn't choose what to say. It's just whatever pops out. All right, here is our second coat of Comfort Zone. And it is so pretty. I love this warm caramel tone going on. I did a horrible job on the tip. I don't know why I'm on the struggle bus today. Okay, that's better. So again, there it is in 2 coats. Opacity was good on one, but there's 2 for your references. This is just warm and like inviting to me. It makes me want a cup of hot cocoa. Sandy says, I'm loving Comfort Zone. Me too. Honestly, I really like all 3. I am not a good water marbler, but like I feel like these water marbled with like a white base or white in it, or if you did like clear in it over a white base. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but it would be like a latte, like if you did latte art on it. Oh, so pretty. These are gorgeous. And I do know, because Lizmo has used them, I do know that Colors to Carol's creams will water marble. So that was 2 coats of Comfort Zone. Again, this is from the Soft Focus collection. These are going to be $12 each, or $45 for the 4-piece set. November 14th at 9 a.m. Eastern. Sandy says all 3 are beautiful. I agree. They're so warm. It makes me like I'm getting in the zone for winter. I don't want the cold, but this makes me think of cozy winter nights curled up with a hot cocoa and a Christmas movie. Yeah. And then last of our creams from the collection is Brown Noise. This one is our Cedar Brown Cream. Sandy says 4 LOL. That is true. All 4 in the collection are beautiful, but all 3 browns, which is what both of us were focusing on there, are beautiful. You are correct, Sandy. There is 4 in this collection. We're not going to forget the top L'Oreal. We're not. But these creams, these are gorgeous. And I feel like normally I would pick one to be like, oh, I really like this one. But I love all 3 of them. So there's our second coat of Brown Noise. Again, very luscious, very rich and creamy. Gorgeous. Opacity on 2 is perfect. gorgeous. Get our label shot. Kevin's getting some ice water. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. There's 2 coats of brown noise. Dude, it's always so hard to not cover things up. Also, did we talk about these labels? I don't think we talked about these labels. Are they not so cute? Which is probably why my brain is stuck on hot cocoa right now. Adorable. And then last but certainly not least of our collection, we have Beware of the Bear, which is our beautiful topper. I still want that flaky yellow. I still want it. It is the clear base packed with UCC flakes that shift between green, copper, pink, red, gold, and magenta. And I'm going to show it in its second coat here. And then once our creams dry, I will go back and show it on top of the creams as well. So here's our second coat. Built up on its own. Again, we are a topper, so I am not expecting full opacity, but you can see all those beautiful flakies in there. Since we're on the like cozy hot cocoa fire vibes, I do get like embers with this, or like twinkly Christmas lights, you know, you're curled up watching your tree. So pretty. I still feel like my camera can't handle this topper. Like it just doesn't want to focus. It's gorgeous. I feel like I should be patient and let these dry more, but I also kind of just want to do it. So we're just going to do it. We're just going to do it, y'all. We're going rogue. What can it hurt, right? All right. I'm just going to do the tip, so you can see it on its own still. I'm going to do all 3 and then we'll stop and look at them. I did not really wipe my brush off, FYI. I just kind of pulled it out and took a tiny bit of the excess off so I wasn't dripping everywhere, and that's it. I didn't... You could, I mean, obviously if you wanted to brush less on, do more of a dry brush to get less flakies. Okay, stop it. I also promise I'll go back and give you a label shot, but like I had to do it. Look at this. It's like a fall party. Okay, I kind of love it as a Skittle. All 3 with that topper. This is just stunning. And it look at it on all 3, y'all. Again, can't pick a favorite because it looks stunning on all of them. Absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. Let me get you a label shot so you have it on its own. There is your 2 coats of Beware of the Bear. I'm also going to give you a screenshot this way of 1 coat over all 3 creams. Y'all, this topper. Again, I think it's going to be stunning over black and white, any color. You can put this over any color and it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. So that was our second coat of Beware of the Bear. That finishes up the Soft Focus collection, all 4 beautiful polishes together. And then we're going to go into the fall blushers and get second coats there. So let's do our second coat of Spice, which is our Tangerine Orange Semi-Sheer. These are going to be $10.50 each, or $40 for the 4-piece set. Here is the second coat on this one. So juicy and squishy. And like, it's not at bad opacity for being 2 coats of a jelly. Like for a jelly, I am really happy with that opacity level. Actually, I think it's going to be stunning for pond manis. Obviously, a 3rd coat's going to build up more. Ooh, Jen says cantaloupe. Yes. Ooh, actually that with the green. Yes. Definitely cantaloupe, or as my grandma used to call it, mushmelon. They used to grow so much cantaloupe every year. All right, here is your label shot of 2 coats of Spiced. Cantaloupe's a great descriptor for the gin. I have a cantaloupe scented top coat now that I have to use with it. Like I'm not going to be able to do it without using that top coat. Next, we're going to go into Brisk, which is the magenta pink semi-sheer jelly. Again, definitely has a great buildup on that second coat, with still leaving it that squishy jelly vibes that we want. Here is your opacity meter over that dark polish. Jen says, I've actually heard of mushmelon before, which is super weird being in Connecticut. Yeah, this is so pretty. I love how squishy these are. Very pretty color. So that was our second coat of Brisk. Next, we have our gorgeous green Harvest, which is a sage green semi-sheer jelly. I love this green already. Y'all, I was a little bit biased when I pulled that green out. Y'all know I love my greens. And this color is just, it's so pretty. I love that it's kind of muted, but it still has a vibrancy to it. It's very soft, but still saturated, if that makes sense. I love that second layer buildup. It just added a little more depth to it. Again, here's your opacity meter, because we are very, very much so jellies. Ooh, you know what? I have a naked nail on the other hand, because my peely popped while I was working. Okay, so here it is over my natural nail. Again, we do have that opaque swatch wheel, so it's going to be a bit, but there, you know, kind of gives you an idea over the natural nail line. It's, you know, it's there, but it's not. Same thing. Yeah, I think 2 coats over a natural nail line. If you don't have a super visible, which I don't call mine super visible. Also, I swear my nails are not dirty. That is wrapped polish under there. I don't feel like I have a super visible nail line personally. When I use polish, I stuck my finger in that, I knew it was going to happen. So I don't think it's going to show that much, which is great, because you still get those beautiful juicy jelly vibes, but you get the opacity build up as well. Ignore the fact that I stuck my hand in that. I knew I was going to do it. All right, there is our 2 coats. Can I angle it so you can't see that smush of Harvest? All right, and then our last beautiful blusher is Golden, which is a golden yellow semi-sheer jelly. If I could hold on to the brush, there we go. All right, there is our second coat of Golden. And your opacity level, again, we are a jelly. This is a black polish. So I just love how shiny and juicy these look. I still get Skittle vibes. Is there a Skittle this color? Maybe in the berry pack. I still just want to put an S in the middle of them. Isn't that yellow just dreamy though? With it being jelly, I'm thinking like lemon meringue pie, that lemon curd. Oh, now I'm just hungry. I'm always hungry during my lives, y'all. Very pretty. It's very, again, it's just a tone down, but still has a brightness to it. Beautiful. That was our second coat of Golden. So we have all 4 polishes from the Soft Focus collection. We have the beautiful brown creams, our kind of cozy, comfort zone, and brown noise. And then we have the Beware of the Bear topper. And on top of all 3 of the creams as well. Again, this collection is going to be $45 for the set, or $12 each. And then you have the 4 blushers, which are our semi-sheer jellies. You've got Spiced, Brisk, Harvest, and Golden. These are going to be $10.50 each or $40 for the sets. All 8 polishes launch November 14th at 9 a.m. Eastern on Colors to Carol's website. Sandy says, now I'm craving rainbow sherbet. Same. I'm just craving food. That's just what it is. And y'all ate today. We actually went to Chinese today. We had Chinese buffet, which we very rarely do. We just typically, I just don't eat that much in one sitting to justify it typically, but it just sounded good. And we were down by our shop, which has a really, really good one, a nice local family owned, joint that we enjoy. Also coming out on the 14th is that Peel and Go water-based peel off base coat. So if you're interested in that, you can snag it then. It is $9. I did explain the directions to this in the beginning of the live, and I'm sure those instructions will be on the website, but you just put it onto a clean oil-free nail bed, do 1 coat, avoiding your skin and cuticles. If you want it longer wear, stop slightly before your nail edges. Don't wrap your nail, your free edge with it. Let it dry fully, and then use your polish as normal. Seal with your top coat and wrap those tips for extra hold. And then when you're ready to remove, just gently lift with a wooden stick. For best results, wait 24 hours before using this as a peel. As I said, I personally use peel off base coat for every mani I do. I have peel off underneath this for swatching, which again is why my swatches did not last through cleaning consoles, but I'm pretty rough when I'm going through that because I use some harsh chemicals. And then if you want a latex base, they do also offer Gluey. Gluey is already available on the website. It is a latex peel off base coat. Same concept. You want to put on a clean nail, let it dry fully. If you want a slightly longer wear with latex, which doesn't have a super long wear anyways, just avoid your nail edges and don't cap that free edge. But yeah, so that is everything. I'm going to leave this here for a second if anybody wants to screenshot that info form again. Plus you have your swatch wheel in there. And I have it written down. I need to add Naya and Maria to the broadcasting group. If anybody else wants to be added in there, just let me know. It is just a group, a chat room on here. It's not really a chat room. It's just a room where I post that I will be going live, since Instagram doesn't always show you that I am live, or you may miss my story when I post it or anything like that. So if you want to be added, just let me know and I can get you in there. Let's flip around now. Oh, I'm really bad about that. It used to be great at hitting the flippy button and then spinning it all around so you didn't see the behind the camera magic. Oh, and don't forget, y'all, that you can use the code Chelsea for 10% off on Colors to Carol's website. Again, with every code, not everything is subject to be usable in that code, and it is not affiliate code, y'all. I earn nothing from it. It is just something that Carolina set up for those of y'all who watch either here or on YouTube channel. It's just a little perk of watching my stuff that you get that discount code. Carolina says, thank you so much. Oh, you are so welcome. Thank you for sharing these with me so I can show them to everyone. And thank you so much for the shirt and the little pouch and the keychain. I'm very excited to use those and wear that shirt. So thank you, thank you. And thank you to everyone for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate y'all. You will see me later this week because we have so much stuff coming out between Colors to Carol, which y'all, I'm telling you, y'all are not ready for these collections. She is so ready for the holidays, and I'm very excited to share them all with you. And then of course I have Little Box of Horrors coming up. I have a polish pickup for December because deadlines, which polish pickup is this weekend, so don't forget to set your alarms because I know there are some really amazing things, including Colors to Carol's offering Feeling Fine, which is not over here right now. Usually I would show it to y'all. It is a gorgeous blue polish with a green magnetic pigment in it. It's so stunning. Definitely go check it out on the Polish Pickup website. Add it to your wish list because y'all, it's so good. That'll be available on Friday on Polish Pickup starting the 7th. So again, make sure you make your Polish Pickup wish list. Yeah, there's so many amazing things coming out, and I have so many packages over here waiting to show y'all. I can't wait. So, Carrie says that one is for sure on my list. Yes, good, because it is stunning, y'all. Carolina says, I'm working on the anniversary polishes for January. Ooh, exciting. I can't wait to see. Yeah, lots and lots of good stuff coming. So stay tuned. If you watch the replay here or on YouTube, if you're not familiar with my YouTube, it is the same exact handle. It's Simply Nailing It, spelled simply with an E. Definitely go head over there. I think lives are easier to rewatch over there. You can pause, play from your saved spots. You remember where you are and come back. You can subscribe and turn on notifications so it lets you know when I post a thing over there, because Instagram's bad about that. But yeah, so I do have that. But if you watch the replay, leave me a comment here or there so we can chat. I love to chat in the comments. I always reply to every comment. And yeah, I think that's everything. I think my caffeine got a second wind there. Yeah, thanks y'all for hanging out with me tonight, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.